Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to the Good Fight TV. The PSVR comes out in about a month, and in about 2 months, the PS4 Pro comes out, which has 4K capabilities. Already out is the Xbox One Slim, which also has 4K. I don't have a 4K TV. The one I'm using here is an old HD TV. I have another one that's a little better than that, but this whole PS4 Pro and the whole 4K thing, it's nice. I think that's the next step for gaming, but this whole mid-generation upgrade thing with the PS4, even the Xbox, what a mess. I mean, I love my PS4, but now that the PS4 Pro comes out, I'm thinking, man, I have the inferior version now. I need to get a PS4 Pro. But I really don't know how to feel about this whole PS4 Pro thing. And there's also the Xbox Scorpio, which for the longest time I thought was the same thing as the Xbox One S, which actually stands for Slim. So all these available consoles is just confusing me. I'm about ready to buy an Xbox One. And as a matter of fact, Xbox One was my first choice until Microsoft announced that whole always online requirements and a bunch of other stuff that went with the Xbox One originally, which they've changed their minds on, and that's what made me choose the PS4. That was almost 3 years ago, and I just follow games, and one of my favorite games of all time is Gears of War 3, and I've played all three, even the Gears of War Judgment, and now Gears of War 4 is right around the corner, and I want to be able to play that game. And to me, now is the perfect time to get an Xbox One or an Xbox One Slim. It's very, very affordable. It also has an Ultra HD Blu-ray player, but now I'm thinking, why should I buy an Xbox One S now, or Slim, whatever, now, when in just a little over a year, Xbox One or Xbox Scorpio is coming out? You guys who own a PS4, would you have bought a PS4 at launch 3 years ago when you knew that exactly a year from that day a PS5 will come out? Probably not, right? So that's where I'm at right now. I really want to buy an Xbox One. Gears of War 4 is coming out, and there's a couple other games that are exclusive to the Xbox One that I want to play. But now I'm thinking maybe I should wait, because Xbox Scorpio. I mean, I'm not a rich guy, and I can't afford every single console that comes out. I have to decide between the two. And going back to the PS4, I'm very pleased with my PS4. I love it. But then the PS4 Pro is coming out, and I feel like I have to get it too. But I don't have a 4K set, so that means if I bought a PS4 Pro, then I would have to buy a 4K TV as well. You're talking about a $1,900 investment easily if you want to get a decent 4K TV along with the PS4 Pro. And then, of course, there's the PSVR, which comes out in about a month. And it's just a big, big marketing mess, in my opinion. And I really feel that, the console gaming, that's it. It's pretty much over, because they're doing away with the concept of generations. The next Xbox One or the Xbox Scorpio will be fully backwards compatible. The PS4 Pro, they don't want to call it the PS5, but it's twice as powerful as the PS4 supposedly. By all means, that's a PS5. I mean, if they wanted to sell it as a PS5, no one's going to argue with them. It's a lot more powerful, but then games that play on the PS4 has to play on the PS4 also. And obviously the PS4 Pro is pretty much a backwards compatible PS5, except that all the games that it can play can also be played by the PS4. So there's no more generation, and I think that's really to the detriment of console gaming, and it sucks. Before this whole thing, all you needed to know was when a new console came out, it's going to play games that you won't be able to play on the previous console, and that's what defined the console generation. But now, I don't know. There's just a new wave of game developers out there, and they have a new philosophy, a new mentality, and I'm not that young anymore. I'm not even young, and I think it's my generation who really lifted up, the video game industry. But we know what gaming is all about, and we try to develop the games that we dreamed of playing when we were kids. We were playing Ataris and regular Nintendos, and the games that we have today, like Uncharted, Gears of War, all that. These are the games that, as kids, we dreamed of being able to play. But all these new guys, there's new younger guys in their early 20s or fresh out of college. They have a different concept of gaming, and they're just in it to make the money. And that's why we always have these games now that are very focused on community, social networking, and all that kind of stuff. Things that we really didn't care about as kids, but that's supposed to be. They're trying to push this new agenda, and they're trying to redefine what gaming is. And of course, there's the whole issue about gaming as a service. That's been talked about for years now. It's nothing new, but it's becoming more and more for reality. And so it's a bunch of, we don't know what the future of gaming holds. I think that the new wave of game developers, they have a new vision for video games, and it's not the same as my vision, or I believe my generation's vision of what video games are about. And the tech's getting better. We have more powerful consoles, and we have better displays. But I don't think the games are going to actually get better with these newer consoles, because these guys are not in it to make better games. They're in it to make gimmicks and to make money. And I've been keeping up with the whole console thing, buying every single one that came out pretty much. And I think I'm just about at the last generation. I think this is the last generation of consoles that I will keep up with. I might pick up an Xbox One Scorpio when it comes out. Actually, I don't know. It could be another always online thing that Microsoft always wanted to have. So I might not even get that. But to me, it's always been about the games. There's a few games on the horizon that I'm really interested in, like God of War, the new God of War. I'm really excited about that. For Honor, the Ghost Recon Wildlands, it is. I'm a little excited about that, but not really, because of the whole third-person over-the-shoulder shooting thing. I think they did away with it, and you automatically go into first person, which I think is dumb. But so yeah, I don't know whether to buy an Xbox One Slim, PS4 Pro, or the PSVR. It's just a mess. If I were rich, then won't be any issue. I'll buy all of them. But yeah, so that's it. What do you think? Are you guys down with all these new consoles, or have you guys had enough? In my other video, I said that the video game apocalypse is upon us, and I think it's happening now. So just to reiterate my message from that video, make sure to stock up on all the video games that you like, all the genres that you're interested in, and because it's not going to get better. Consoles are going to get better, but the games won't. Let me know what you think. Until next time, thank you for tuning in.